Hello all, welcome again. Today we are going to start with transistor series regulator. So the title I am writing transistor series regulator. See, if it is a transistor series regulator, the active element is obviously the transistor. So as a transistor is active element and the name of the regulator is transistor series regulator, it means the active element, that is transistor, that must be in series with the load regulator, load resistance. This transistor must be in series with load resistance. So let us draw the circuit diagram and start with immediately. It is transistor series regulator, active element must be the transistor and it has to be in series with the load resistor. That's what the description. And it's not about only transistor. I just said transistor is an active element. It does not mean that other elements are not there, like Zener shunt regulator. See, Zener shunt regulator, only Zener was sufficient to regulate the output voltage. Here, only transistor is not sufficient, right? Where we can understand everything by its circuit diagram. So let us start with the circuit diagram. See, I'm drawing the circuit diagram. From the input side, let me draw a resistor, and now look at this. I'm drawing a transistor which is in series with the load resistor, and this is base of the transistor. To the base I am connecting one Zener diode, then to the Zener diode one extra resistor that I have connected, and this is what my common or ground line, what I can say. Here is the output voltage across a resistor. I call it as load resistor RL. This is collector of transistor, this is emitter of transistor, and this is base of the transistor. Call this resistor as series resistor RS, that we used to call this as series, which is connected in series with the input. So RS is the name. Call this as R1, or resistor which is connected to the base, call it as an RB. Okay, let me give some space to that RB. Small eraser, let me rub this and draw the Zener diode at a different level. Let me connect the Zener diode here, because I want to write IB and IZ, so that's why I'm doing this. So VZ is the Zener voltage and output voltage is across load resistor RL. The current flowing through load resistor is IL. Let me call this current as I from the input side. I will write here V in. And what else? Okay, the current which is flowing from the Zener is IZ. Current flowing through the base is IB. And current flowing through resistor RB is IRB. And this is IC, that is current flowing through the collector. Okay, let me show another current which is flowing through emitter, that is IE. So from the figure itself it is clear that IE is nothing but IL, is it not? The emitter current is what your load current, because load is connected to the emitter. Load is directly connected to the emitter. So whatever current flowing through the emitter, same current will flow through the load resistor. So IE, ideally it is IL. Now let me write the equations. What is the first equation that I can write related to the output voltage? See, this output voltage VO is equals to this output voltage I am talking about. Look at this. Let me take a marker. this output voltage I'm talking about. So this output voltage is what? This voltage plus this voltage, is it not? It means, let me write the equation properly, as it is base to emitter voltage and the voltage across Zener, is it not? It is base to emitter voltage. I will write VBE, and voltage across the Zener diode. Two voltages are there. But see, one thing that I have to tell you and that you need to understand is, if I am talking about a regulator, or particularly take a transistor series regulator, a transistor is there, a Zener diode is also there. Now, to work those components or to work with those components and form a regulator, I need to have Zener diode in breakdown region. That is most important thing. The Zener diode must be in breakdown region and the transistor must be in active region. So those two things are really important. If we are studying transistor series regulator, then transistor that I'm using must be in active region and the Zener must be in breakdown region. See, now we have to assume that Zener is in its breakdown region and the transistor is working in active region. So as if transistor is in active region, its base to emitter voltage is constant. That if I'm using silicon transistor, see, if I'm using silicon transistor, then it is 0.7. If I'm using germanium transistor, then it must be 0.3. Right? So that's VBE is a constant. So as transistor is in active region, so let me write, okay, let me change the pen. Okay, let me take this pen. This is negative and this is positive. Base to emitter voltage, VBE. Is it? I'll call it as VBE. And what about this? The Zener must be in breakdown region. Positive, negative. I will call it as VZ. So apply Kirchhoff's law and tell me what is VO, that is output voltage. Output voltage will be now minus VBE plus VZ. Look at this, minus VBE plus VZ, or simply I can rewrite it as VZ minus VBE. This is very important equation, VZ minus VBE. Call it as equation number 1. Output voltage is equals to Zener voltage minus base to emitter voltage. Transistor is in active region, Zener diode is in breakdown region. Is it? Now, what is job of this circuit? It is an obvious. Job of this circuit is to regulate the output voltage, to make output voltage constant, or to stabilize the output voltage. It means the same theory. If output voltage is increasing, the circuit has to drag the output voltage and maintain it at the constant level. If output voltage is decreasing, circuit has to boost the output voltage and maintain it at the constant level. Alright. Now, here, in case of transistor series regulator, we will discuss line and load regulation with some different way. Right? Not same way as we had in transistor shunt regulator. Here in series regulator, what we'll do, I'll tell you some other way to understand line and load regulation. Is it? But before that, let us discuss how I can achieve that stabilization of voltage. Is it? So first equation that I have written related to output voltage is Vz minus Vbe. Now, if I want to write equation of output voltage with reference to input voltage, then how can I write? Then I need to consider the complete loop like this. This I need to consider. Look at this. Then this voltage, this voltage, look at this voltage that I'm talking about, the voltage across collector to emitter, that is VCE, this voltage. It means this must be a positive and this is a negative, that is VCE. Why? Because transistor is in active region. So transistor is in active region, collector to emitter voltage has a direction of positive and negative, C to E, positive, negative, that's what it is. And what about input voltage? if I am applying input voltage something like this, that is positive and negative, then I can apply Kirchhoff's law and I will write the equation for output voltage as, again apply Kirchhoff's law, then VCE plus VO, Vin. It means I will write Vin, let me rearrange this, minus VCE. This is another equation of output voltage. Look at this, this is another equation. Let me call it as equation number 2. Right? I just want to tell you how this circuit will stabilize the output voltage, and that's why I have written another equation. Otherwise, we never use this Vin minus Vc equation. We just use this Vz minus Vb, which is most important because input side voltage is not considered if I am considering line regulation and load regulation, is it? While considering load regulation, variations or fluctuations at the input side should not be considered. Right? Now, let us start with what will happen if I change input voltage. Look at this. What will happen if I change input voltage, and what will happen if I change output voltage? Output current, that is load regulation and line regulation, is it? But before starting with load and line regulation, I promise you that we have to discuss the process of output voltage stabilization. What will happen if output voltage suddenly changes? Then how the circuit will stabilize the output voltage? Take an incident that output voltage VO, this output voltage VO is increasing. Output voltage starts increasing. By accident, it is now started increasing. Now, what will happen if output voltage is increasing? Now, see, this Zener voltage must be constant. From equation number 1, check out from equation number 1, Vz. Vz is always constant. Even Vc is also constant, but for the time being, just consider equation number 1. VO is equals to Vz minus Vb. Now, from that, Vz is a Zener voltage. Zener itself gives us constant voltage when it is in breakdown region. So, Vz is constant. Now, output voltage is completely proportional to Vb. What will happen if output voltage is increasing? Consider equation number 1 when VO is equals to Vz minus Vb, where Vz is constant. So, if output voltage is increasing, that Vb, look at the sign, it is minus sign. So, if output voltage increases, then VBE has to decrease. Look at this, VBE will start decreasing. So, as if now VBE, that is base to emitter voltage, is decreasing, then what will happen? Obviously, it is base current which is start decreasing. Base voltage decreasing, base current has to decrease because we are in active region of a transistor. So, transistor is a current control device. We know that collector current is completely dependent on the input current, that is base current. So, IB decreases, IC start decreasing. Is it not? IB decreases, IC will also decrease. So, if collector current decreases, it means this current I am talking about, this collector current. Okay, let me use another pen. This collector current is now decreasing. So, as if collector current is decreasing, what about collector voltage? Current decreases, voltage has to increase. It means now if collector current is decreasing, collector to emitter voltage has to increase. Vc will start increasing. See, if VCE is increasing, see, we didn't talk about input voltage yet. Input voltage is still constant. It has nothing to do with what is happening with output voltage. I am not checking any load regulation or line regulation. I am just telling you that output voltage fluctuates. Output voltage is increasing. So, if output voltage increasing, VB decreases, IB decreases, IC decreases, then VC increases. Is it? So, this input voltage, it is still constant. Is it? That input voltage is still constant. And now, if this input voltage is still constant, output voltage and this VCE, obviously they will be inversely proportional. Is it? So, if VCE will start increasing, if it is, then output voltage start decreasing by equation. Look at this. This will happen by equation number 2. Is it? And this thing will happen because of equation number 1. Now you will come to know why I am writing 2 equations to understand this complete scenario. Now what is happening? If output voltage is increasing, VB decreases, IB decreases, IC decreases, VC will increase, and again output voltage will be start decreasing. That's what. If output voltage trying to increase, circuit automatically drag this output voltage and maintain it at the constant level. This is what the actual regulation action takes place. This is what regulation. Right. This is complete operation of transistor series regulator. Is it? If I want to focus more on transistor operation, or as if I am telling that transistor is the active element, and if I want to justify how transistor is active element, then we have to enter into line and load regulation. Is it? So now let us justify that we are saying transistor is active element, how the transistor plays an active role in the regulation process. Let us start with line or load regulation. Right. Okay, let me draw the circuit diagram once again. Let me draw it in fast mode. This is one resistor, a transistor, emitter, a base, one Zener diode is connected. Look at this Zener diode. This is ground line, load resistor is connected, call it as RL. This is IL, which is nothing but IE, and output voltage across load resistor. This is current. Okay, one resistor that we forgot to connect. This is IB is flowing upward and IZ is flowing downward. Call it as RB, and the current flowing through it is IRB. This is RS, this is input voltage Vin. In fast mode we have finished your circuit diagram. Let me connect the Zener diode to the ground. Hope you understand that. Okay, what is the basic equation? Basic equation of output voltage is equals to Vz minus VBE. VO is equals to Vz minus VB. Now the thing is, look at this current IRB. Current IRB. What is that current IRB? Current IRB. If I want to write equation for the current IRB, then how can I write equation for IRB? This voltage minus this voltage divided by the resistor. Now what is this voltage? It is input voltage. So I will write VI or Vin. Use the proper notation. Minus what is this voltage? It is a Zener voltage. So I will write Vz divided by, it is a resistor, that is RB. Let me check whether we have used the same notation. Yes, it is RB. So use the same notation. Now, what is IRB actually? Current. See, IRB current. So we have written IRB in the form of voltage and resistance. Now let me write IRB in the form of current. Look at this, IRB is flowing through resistor RB and get divided into two parts. First part is IB, another part is IZ. So it is IZ plus IB, or not? But we know equation for IC. What is equation for IC? IC is equals to beta IB. IC is equals to beta IB. Another equation that I know related to IE, which is IE is equals to I. Okay, I'll write IL. Look at this, load current is nothing but your emitter current. So this is what load current, which is equals to emitter current. So I'm writing IL, which is equals to IE, is nothing but your IC plus IB. Now what is the value of IC? IC is equals to beta IB. So if I put IC is equals to beta IB in equation of IE, then I can write IE is equals to 1 plus beta multiplied by IB. So this is a well-known transistor equation. I'm writing it again because if some people forgot this basic equation of a transistor, that is IE is equals to 1 plus beta multiplied by IE. So for those it is written IE is equals to 1 plus beta IB. That is very important, and that we need to understand, we need to remember it every time, right, as a basic transistor equation, because I'm going to use it in line regulation. not in line as such, but I'm going to use it in load regulation. Definitely it is related to current, so I have to use it in load regulation, isn't it? So what was the point? The point was to understand line and load regulation, how transistor is working as an active element for line and load regulation. But before that, we need to understand how to calculate IRB. IRB is nothing but V in minus Vz divided by RB, where IRB is equals to IZ plus IB, IC. Those two equations are different, is it? I have written two equations for IRB, and this is what transistor equation that I have written as a revision only. Is it? So two things we have covered. This is first thing, how I can write equation for IRB. Second thing is basic transistor equation, I is equals to 1 plus beta IB. So let us start with line regulation first. So what is there in line regulation? In line regulation, we need to change line voltage, that is input voltage has to be changed. And what about load current, or I can say load resistor must be constant. So this load resistance is constant, load resistance is constant, or I can say load current must be constant. It means I am talking about emitter current which is constant. Why I am saying that? Because emitter current is nothing but your load current. So load current IL, which is equals to IE, must be constant. Now in that case, let us change input voltage. Input voltage, that is V in. If I am changing input voltage, then what will happen if I change input voltage? This voltage, look at this voltage I am changing. If I change this voltage, then obviously this current will change. I am increasing input voltage. Is it? I am increasing input voltage. It means I am trying to insert an extra current into the circuit. Is it not? Yes, that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to insert an extra current into the circuit. So what is that extra current? This is an extra current which I try to insert into the circuit. Now this extra current is nothing but your IRB, and it will try to flow from the zener. Yes, this is what. Let me change the pen. Okay, this is extra current that I have inserted, and it is now flowing through the zener. It means if input voltage increases, then that IRB will start increasing. So if IRB is increasing, then what will happen? IZ will start increasing. Okay, now there is a question. Why? This is input current which is increased, and it is going through IRB and through zener. Now obviously student can ask the question, if I am inserting extra current, why not this current going here in the collector, that is IC? Why not it is going here? Let me tell you, it will never go to the collector, because transistor is current controlled element. So that collector current will never change until you change IB. Collector current is fully dependent on IB. If you change IB, then only collector current will change. Otherwise, it will remain constant. Transistor is in active region. I have declared already at the start. I said transistor is in active region. The zener is in breakdown region. Then only it is possible for us to understand the operation. Is it? So as if now transistor is in active region, and if you change base current, then only collector current will change. Otherwise, collector current will remain constant. Yes, and that's the reason this increased current will never go to collector. It will directly go to IRB. Now here, as it is going at this point, again question is there, why it is not going into base? Why it is going into the zener only? Why it is not going into the base? Is it? Now for that, the answer is, look at this. I told you that emitter current is constant, that is load current is constant. So this current is constant. So this current is constant. It means base current must be constant. Is it not? Because if you change base current, then only collector current changes, then only emitter current changes. And now emitter current is constant. It means base current has to be constant anyhow. इज इट? आउटपुट कांस्टेंट है तो ऑब्वियसली इनपुट कांस्टेंट होना ही चाहिए, तभी तो आउटपुट कांस्टेंट है, इज इट नॉट? So that's why IE we have assumed as a constant because we are checking line regulation, is it? We are checking line regulation means we are changing input voltage. Output current must be constant, is it? So output current means IE, that must be constant. IE is constant, it means IB has to be constant. So IB is constant and that's why current is going into the zener. So look at this. Whatever extra current that I have inserted into the circuit, all is going through the zener only. Not a small current is going through IB, that is from the transistor, is it? So all that extra current goes through the Zener diode, is it? And who is pushing that current through the Zener diode? Transistor, is it? Transistor is responsible to pushing all the extra current from the Zener diode, and that's why we are saying transistor is a important and active element. This is how, even if there is change in input voltage, then also output voltage is constant. Output voltage is constant, is it? Because IE is constant, IB is constant. Whatever extra current is there, it is flowing through the zener. आप input current बढ़ाओ, input voltage बढ़ाओ, whatever input current is will flow through the zener and not through the transistor, not through the load. So output voltage will remain constant. This is what line regulation is. Now, second thing that I told you to start with is load regulation. So let me write it here, load regulation. Now in load regulation, input voltage, that is Vin, must be constant. So as if input voltage is constant, what I need to change then? IL, that is nothing but your IE has to be changed. Output voltage is still constant, is it? Output voltage is constant. And now I'm going to change load current. Look at this. If I'm changing load current, there is IL. How can I change load current? Obviously by changing load resistance. Yes or no? If I change load resistance, obviously load current will change. If I increase this load resistor, then load current will decrease. Yes, resistance बढ़ाओ, current कम हो जाएगा. Basics फंडा. So now what I am doing, I am changing load resistance. I have increased it. So obviously load current is now decreasing. So load current is decreasing. It means it is a emitter current of a transistor which is decreasing. Look at this. This is what emitter current which is decreasing. But what is the value of IE? That is emitter current. Emitter current is 1 plus beta multiplied by IB. That's what it is. So what is change in IB? It is nothing but change in IE divided by 1 plus beta, is it not? The delta stands for change. How much change? For example, if IB's value is 100 microampere and now because of some changes IB changes to 110 microamperes, then delta IB will be your 10 microamperes. How much change? That's what we need to find, is what means delta, is it? So change in IB is what? This is an ideal concept that I am telling you right now. Come to the point. Delta IB is equals to what? Delta IE divided by 1 plus beta. But now look at this. Delta IB, I'm talking about this. I'm talking about delta IB. And you remember this. There is a Zener diode in our circuit and there is a base of a transistor. Look at this. This is what base of a transistor. It means IB and IZ, is it? Both are going in opposite direction. It means if IB increases, IZ decreases. It means what I can say, as we know, look at this, as we already know, I can write, as we know, IZ is inversely proportional to IB, or I can say IB is inversely proportional to IZ. It means IZ increases, IB decreases. So it means delta IB is equals to minus of delta iz. Yes, can I? Yes, it has to. So delta ib is equals to minus of delta iz. Now what what is our process? I want to check load regulation. It means output voltage तो constant है. I'm change output voltage is constant and even input voltage is constant. I just want to check if I change load current, then what is the effect of that change in load current on the output voltage. Output voltage must be constant. अगर आप लोड करंट चेंज कर रहे हो फिर भी आउटपुट वोल्टेज कांस्टेंट ही रहना चाहिए. एंड हाउ? दैट्स व्हाट वी आर चेकिंग नाउ. सो आई एम चेंजिंग लोड रेजिस्टेंस. Load current will decrease. Is it? Now this load current which is decreasing, how much it will decrease? That's what I need to find. So this load current is what? This load current is nothing but your IE. Look at this. This load current is nothing but your IE. अगर आप लोड रेजिस्टेंस चेंज कर रहे हो तो लोड करंट चेंज हो रहा है. So even if there is a large change in load current, is it? You have increased load resistance in a large value. For example, if it is 1K, from 1K you have increased it to 100K. आपने क्या किया? 1K से उसको 100K कर दिया. So आपने large variation किया resistance में. So obviously there will be large variation in load current also. Is it not? Load resistance इतना move कर रहा है तो load current भी move होगा इतना ज़्यादा. So it means load current जो है change in load current, that is delta IB, this I am talking about, this delta IB will be very large value, is it not? Because change in RL is large, so delta IB will be large. So this delta IE, even if it is very large, then also delta IB will be very small. Why? Look at this. For example, EG. Let's assume that beta is equals to 99. The value of beta for a transistor is 99. So delta IB का value क्या होगा? So delta IB will be delta IE divided by 1 plus beta, means 1 plus 99. It will be divided by 100. Is it? So even if you change load resistance very large, then obviously there will be large change in load current. That is, there is large change in emitter current. So whatever large current is there, that is delta IE, it has to get divided by 100. So whatever the large value, let's divide it by 100, then delta IB will be very small. So change into the base will be very small. अगर बेस करंट में एकदम थोड़ा सा चेंज आ रहा है, it means कि जिनर करंट में भी एकदम थोड़ा सा ही चेंज आ रहा है. Is it not? Look at this circuit. This base current, let me change the pen. This base current, उसमें एकदम थोड़ा सा चेंज आ रहा है. Even if you change this resistor in a large amount, is it? आपने क्या किया? Load resistance बहुत ज़्यादा चेंज किया. So obviously load current बहुत ज़्यादा चेंज हो गया. But what happened? Because of this equation, load करंट में ज़्यादा वेरिएशन आ रहा है बट IB का वेरिएशन बहुत कम है. So if there is a small variation in IB, obviously there will be small variation in IC, then the total variation in the current will be very small. The total variation in the voltage, that is VCE, will be very small. So total change in VCE, even if it is very small, then look at this equation number 2. This V in, ये तो कांस्टेंट ही है. VCE में वेरिएशन कितना है? बहुत ही कम है. Look at this. So obviously आउटपुट में वेरिएशन कितना होगा? It will be very small. So as if even if you change this load resistor in a large amount, then also there will be very small change in IB, there will be very small change in IC, there will be very small change in VCE. So as if there is a very small change in VCE, again there will be very small change in VO. So आप रजिस्टर को कितना भी मूव करो, आउटपुट वोल्टेज में बहुत कम वेरिएशन आएगा. It means that can be neglected. So output voltage is constant or nearly constant. This is what a load regulation takes place. Is it? Even if you change IL, then also output voltage is constant. Is it? So let me revise what we have learned about this load regulation. Is it? What is that load regulation? We are keeping input voltage constant. We are changing load current, IL. Is it? How we are changing load current? By changing load resistor. So you change load resistor in a large amount. Obviously there will be change in IL in large amount. But finally it has to get divided by 1 plus beta. सो अगर ज़्यादा चेंज है आई एल में और आई में उसको डिवाइड बाय 1 प्लस बीटा होना ही है. सो ऑब्वियसली देर विल बी वेरी स्मॉल चेंज इन आई बी. सो there is very small change in IB, it means there is very small change in IC. There is very small change in VC then. So as if there is very small change in VC, there is very small change in output voltage VO. Hence output voltage change is very small, as good as neglected. Output voltage will remain constant. This is how load regulation works. Is it? So things will be clear if I start with some design problem. Is it? So in next lecture we will start with some numericals which are related to transistor series regulator. I hope you understand that transistor series regulator, its actual operation more than load as well as line regulation. So next lecture we'll start with numericals. Thank you.